Hello and welcome. In this video, we will discover everything you need to know about the Sigma male habits and mindset. New man around the block. Who is he? The ever-changing society has ushered in a new era, an era of the Sigma male supremacy in the socio-sexual hierarchy of men. If there's one motto that Sigma males live by, it's go solo, go far. Sigma males like to live life in their own ways in an almost solitary manner. We have all come across at least one of these mysterious, brooding Sigma men who couldn't care less about their surroundings. However, this lone wolf is on very high alert. In case of an emergency, he will be ready to jump in. His lack of care does not imply a lack of attention. Such men are able to keep you intrigued and leave you thinking, wow, that was very pleasantly different. Oh yes, a Sigma male can and will put you in a daze. Who is this Sigma man then? Going beyond the limited binaries of alpha and beta in the sociosexual hierarchy, we have the Sigmas. While it is often said that Sigmas are more refined alpha males, I think there's a lot more to them than just that. Their originality is daringly exclusive and prominent, and they live their lives as they deem right. You cannot take independence away from a Sigma, it is intrinsically intertwined. An alpha man is boisterous and wants to fight his way to the top and retain his position as the dominant character of this socio-sexual hierarchy. A beta man is marked by conformity. A Sigma man simply doesn't even acknowledge the hierarchy. He is absolutely content in his own company and does not care about his hierarchical position. However, never think a Sigma can't take over the role of an alpha man. If the situation calls for it, the former would be more than willing to step up to fulfill the responsibility. However, unlike an alpha, a Sigma man doesn't care about his pack. The lone wolf just performs his duties as alpha in special circumstances and is highly likely to abandon the team once the immediate need is over. In fact, the Sigma man can easily challenge an alpha, is most likely to win, and can potentially take over the hierarchy, but he doesn't care enough to do it. Here are 18 mindset traits of the Sigma male, but just before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to download your free book to successfully seduce any girl by clicking on the link in the description below. 1. Too original to be true. When Pseudo-Antigone said, "You aren't alpha, you're effortless, you put none of yourself away," it hit a sweet Sigma spot. You cannot hold down a Sigma man. He will live life the way he wants it and sees it. They are too real to go by the superficial norms and perceptions forced on everyone by society. In fact, they choose to be creative and come up with unconventional and bohemian hacks to finish chores. 2. Is that ice? Nope, just a Sigma man. Do you know what's one of the major traits of a Sigma? To be intimidatingly cool. Well, the intimidation is absolutely subjective, but the cool, not so much. You see, Sigma males are characterized by their courteously distant and detached aura, which is somewhat of an intrinsic quality. So if you're looking at this man in a cafe engaged in his own little world with little regard for his immediate surroundings, you're witnessing a Sigma male being himself. He likes to keep things cool and displays indifference. However, never ever make the mistake of assuming that a Sigma's involvement in their own world or their silent presence puts a metaphorical veil over their surroundings. Oh no. A Sigma man is always on pretty high alert and ready to take charge whenever the need arises. 3. Riddle Sigma male. You might need to brace yourself for this third one because it's one of the more loved habits of a Sigma. A Sigma man is absolutely discreet. Their lone wolf mentality keeps them from blurting out any kind of personal information. It's very hard to make a Sigma male put his guard down and let you in. Being mysterious is an inherent part of their personality, and they're extremely particular about the little details of their lives. 4. The silent edge. Do not mistake a Sigma man's stoic and introverted nature as a sign of weakness or them being a little too shy. Sigma males love keeping to themselves. Brooding is yet another habit of their lone wolf persona. They love to ponder deeply about everything, and they do so by quietly assessing how to get their work done in a certain environment. 5. A candle flame. Calm, passionate, beacon of positivity. When Rick Owens said, "The coolest thing is when you don't care about being cool," I think he fairly described one of the more defining Sigma male habits. They're unnervingly calm, grounded, and focused. Their passion is reflected in what they do. Their inherent trait involves a steady but thorough cognition of their surroundings. Not only that, a Sigma man can be a beacon of hope to the people around him because of his positive outlook. 6. One for all and all for one, a solitary persona. One of the most important habits of a Sigma male is that he doesn't mind being left alone. He enjoys his own company. He uses his private time alone to do everything he wants. It's not like he shuns away all company and social relationships and lives in his own dark nook of solitude. Come on, he's a lone wolf, not an unsociable wolf. In fact, people seek out Sigma men as they are delightful company, and a lone wolf does not turn them away. He even starts enjoying the company of some if he can click with them. 7. Do it or do it, a persistent attitude. Coming to yet another habit of the Sigma man, it is quite pertinent to throw light on how bent he is on doing what he wants to do. If he sets his mind on accomplishing something, he won't stop until he gets it done and out of the way. He is so focused that he is beyond getting double-minded or distracted while concentrating on the job at hand. 8. Feet in the ocean, head in the stars, the humility of a Sigma. A commendable Sigma male habit is that they can make you swoon with their unwavering humility. The boisterous attitude of an alpha often comes off as quite immature compared to the silent power of a Sigma male. The latter is so confident in himself that he doesn't need to broadcast it ostentatiously. A Sigma man often overthrows an alpha's domination when it comes to urgent situations. He believes that a man who has faith in himself doesn't need to constantly seek external validation or take part in overt behavior to establish it. If you remember Keanu Reeves' character in The Matrix, you'll understand how this habit is quite prominent in a Sigma man. 9. You do you, motto of a Sigma. A Sigma man doesn't believe in forcing his opinion on anyone. He's steady in what he knows and has well-informed opinions and knowledge about most things. However, he doesn't feel this need to take it upon himself to correct the views of everyone around him, nor does he think his opinions need to be forced on other people. He doesn't harbor the arrogance that he knows what's right and others don't. This wise lone wolf is happy to just keep enriching himself with more and more erudition. 10. Master it all, flexibility and adaptability of a Sigma. Guess which habit's coming up next? The gift of flexibility that has been bestowed upon our Sigma man. The lone wolf doesn't have any single niche. He doesn't have any fixed place to exude his unwavering calm of character. He doesn't believe in staying tied to a particular place and therefore is a swift adapter to any environment you put him in. He can immediately compose himself in accordance with the social atmosphere around him. He believes in just being his unapologetic self and lets everything else just fall into place at its own pace. The lone wolf remains undaunted by change. You think you can win by pushing the Sigma man out of one of his comfort zones? Oh, don't worry, he's well suited to curate a new one in the environment within no time. He's entirely capable of adapting to a new environment in no time. 11. Gone with the wind. Lead and go. The lone wolf will lead without leaving a trail, was once said by an anonymous person. It's in the habit of the lone wolf to be able to guide with ease. While alphas are loud, literally and metaphorically, and make it a point to keep reminding everyone that they're the boss, that they dominate the socio-sexual hierarchy, a Sigma man can overthrow an alpha when the need arises and take charge. In fact, alphas often believe in leading by thwarting the more submissive males like beta. A Sigma male believes that good leadership is marked by being all-inclusive and dealing competently with the present situation. However, there's a catch. Even though the lone wolf is a better leader, he is also very likely to abandon his pack as soon as the emergency is over. He's too independent to be tied down to this sort of commitment. 12. Hear, a Sigma man is a very careful listener. A Sigma male displays an extremely impressive manner of listening very carefully. You know how there are times when you just need to pour your heart out, but everyone keeps talking over you or is prone to endless deviations until you're like, never mind, some other time maybe? A Sigma male is your savior angel in such situations. He is willing to listen. He doesn't need to jump in and add his inputs immediately. He just patiently hears you out and remains silent until he is required to speak. He goes by the motto of mutual respect in a relationship. 13. Clean the mess. A Sigma man always owns up to his mistakes. You cannot stop being impressed by the number of good habits in the lone wolf. A Sigma male is willing to open up to his own mistakes. His self-awareness allows him to make an admission of guilt. If he thinks that he has done something wrong on his part, he will apologize to you. He won't gaslight you, but he will ensure that he cleans up his mess and makes things right. 14. Only dead fish go with the flow. A Sigma does his own thing. No matter how casually you want to put it, it alarmingly sounds like Sigma fangirling quite often because of the many impressive habits of a lone wolf. Go with the flow, they said, so the lone wolf turned around and went the other way. No, seriously, a Sigma man is not one to do things the conventional way. He isn't cut out for the mundane. He does things the way he wants to and often does them better and faster. He isn't one to conform to the defined rules and regulations of society. He rarely falls for trends that influence many others quite easily. This doesn't make him live the life of a modern hermit on a humanity detox. Of course not. It's just that he thinks for himself instead of blindly following the perpetual mass mentality or the virtual mass discretion on any topic. 15. Trouble in paradise. A Sigma man can be a bit difficult to deal with. There's one habit of the Sigma male that makes them a little challenging. In his pursuit of being absolutely himself, he might sometimes cause trouble. You see, in a workplace, he tends to stay on his high horse with an attitude of too cool to follow the rules, which can be problematic. No one wants to deal with trouble in the workplace. As much as the creativity and innovative outlook of Sigmas is appreciated, a workplace demands some adherence to the rules and regulations. Even if they function more efficiently than others and get greater work done in a shorter period of time, their actions still make the administration look bad. It almost seems like a distinguished behavior of managers towards the Sigmas, kind of like favoritism in the workplace. This is difficult for managers to deal with, and the Sigma man remains unapologetic about it. So this is quite often a source of conflict and trouble. 16. Not an open book. A Sigma man is very mysterious. Despite mentioning it before, it's worth repeating that the Sigma male is very discreet about himself. He doesn't let you in on too much about himself. He is that dark, brooding character with a smoldering personality who convinces you that there are many layers to him. Even though he isn't trying to do this, it's true. The lone wolf nurtures this habit of being secretive about his whereabouts. He doesn't let people in easily. It's very difficult to see through his walls, let alone break them down. He shares so much, yet so little. You will feel like you know the man, but still be left in the dark about who he really is. Yes, a Sigma man can truly leave you in 50 shades of confusion with his mysterious aura. 17. Think again. A focus on the deeply analytical mind of a Sigma. You know why Sigma males are so bent on questioning everything? It's because they analyze things critically and with a sharp and clear mind. They have a huge knowledge base that can challenge anything and everything. They don't just rush to conclusions or pass judgment without thoroughly questioning and understanding a situation. At times, when people take sides without even knowing the whole situation or having enough knowledge to back up their claim, the Sigma man easily analyzes the problem. For instance, in case of an emergency disorder, he will be the voice of reason and calm and won't stop until the problem is resolved. It is widely recognized that Sigmas are more intelligent than others. They are trusted to bring a complicated or emergency event to a just conclusion. 18. Gone, gone, gone. A Sigma male is too independent to be tethered down. Here's one small, or not so small, scary habit of the lone wolf. He knows to live life with his wild independence in his own intriguing ways. He cannot be tethered to a place or told what to do. He chooses a lifestyle on his own versatile terms. He may disappear on retreats or short trips for weeks. If you're looking to date him, you'll have to let him be. If he feels any kind of disruption to his way of life, he will get easily annoyed in that relationship. He is the epitome of, if you love him, let him go, with the silent subtext of, or you'll lose him forever. You'll have to put up with his inconsistent passion or affection if you think you're ready to date a Sigma male. And on a side note, if you come off as too needy, he will definitely take the highway, quite literally at times, and not your way. Endgame, a concluding note. So, these are some of the many habits of a Sigma male. Apart from them, you'll also see that the Sigma man is quite self-prioritizing if you haven't got that yet, but they have good reason to be as they're pretty self-sufficient. They avoid forming their tribes and prefer the tag and life of the lone wolf. In fact, here are a few words of wisdom about a Sigma man from the pen of Rollo Tomassi. Marry your goals, remain committed to your success, be loyal to your dreams. It's okay to choose yourself. Nothing could have potentially defined a Sigma better. Here's to Sigma men and their ever-intriguing habits. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, and especially subscribe to the channel. You're also free to receive the new book, 9 Keys to Seduce Any Girl, by clicking on the link in the description below.